webinar will be a
Sorry.
and the second half of this webinar will be a Q&A session where you'll be able to ask us any questions you have. So now I will hand it over to Sarah for an introduction to our organization and our work. Sarah, to you.
Thank you very much. Just letting a couple more people in from the waiting room.
Oh, great.
I know, fantastic. All right, thank you so much. Lovely to meet you all on this webinar today. Now, hopefully, in a moment, the slide is going to change. Oh, somebody else in there. Sorry, just a couple more people joining us, and then I will close that down. There we go. Okay, there we are. Okay, so thank you for the introduction, Joey. Yes, I am Sarah, Head of Education here at Common Seas. Common Seas is a not-for-profit working primarily to protect our ocean, our health, and our future from plastic pollution. So as an organisation, we have a few sort of main pillars of our work, working with governments to create new policy to reduce plastic from the source, working to investigate the impacts of plastic on human health, and working with schools to engage young people in this multi-generational issue, and something that we know they feel very passionately about and have incredible ideas and passionate interest in being part of the solution for. So we have a brilliant education programme that's been running for about 4 years, and my slides are not cooperating at all today. There we go. So there's two parts to what we do. We've got sort of our equipping educators element of our resources, where we've got curriculum aligned resources for ages 5 to 16, and we're currently working on an early years package as well, so we'll have a really nice spectrum of activities. These are aligned to the national curriculum in England, but also to the UN Sustainable Development Goals and Education for Sustainable Development Framework. And for primary school, they are cross-curricular. For secondary school, they are subject-focused. So very user-friendly, lots of really practical resources, lesson plans, everything teachers need to sort of pick up and run with this topic of plastic pollution and the ocean. And then we also have a section of our work which is really focused on empowering young people. So we have our school award, Plastic Clever Schools, which we deliver in collaboration with Kids Against Plastic. Kids Against Plastic are a youth-founded charity that really focus on empowering young people to take action on plastic and the climate. So that's why you're here today, to do with our Plastic Clever School Award. So this award generally is a 3-step process that is very much student-led, and schools go through the stages of first inspiring, which is learning more about the ocean, more about plastic pollution, and getting their whole school involved in the process of becoming plastic clever. The second stage is investigating, so that's really getting to grips with the plastic waste in your school, understanding more about where those single-use plastic items are in particular, so whether that's in your classrooms, your canteens, your staff rooms, wherever that may be. And then within that stage, once you understand that plastic problem, it's creating an action plan, and then in the final stage, it's delivering that plan with your students leading the way to reduce plastic waste at school, whilst also developing lots of incredible skills, great confidence, and having a really good time in the process. So this programme has been going for a few years now. At the moment, we've got 1,170 schools registered to take part across 36 countries. So a really, truly international programme with lots of incredible action happening in schools. And there's an inspiration page on our website where you can see some lovely examples of the work schools have been doing around the world. Our resources also were recently quality approved by the Royal Meteorological Society as quality climate education resources. So plastic pollution is an incredible topic because it's something that's incredibly tangible. Children really can see the plastic in their lives. They can see the difference they can make to it, but also it really connects into so many other social, environmental issues that they can then really get to grips with, including climate change. So we wanted to really help support these schools that are taking this action, that have committed to become plastic clever, and find a way to connect this incredible global community with a really fun day of action. So this is where the Plastic Clever Schools International Day of Action comes from. So Friday the 15th of November, unless you're a Greek school, and we'll come to that. I think we've got a few Greek teachers online today, but Friday the 15th of November is our day of action, and we've got a really exciting lineup of activities across the day to help your school really take on this journey and get quite excited. So I'll hand over to Joey to tell you a little bit more about what to expect from that event.
Yeah, thank you. So let's get started together for the International Day of Action. And So if you have registered already for the day of action, then you should have already have our event pack in your inbox. The event pack provides you with a detailed agenda to get your day, the resource links to bring activities live, and also an introduction to all of our inspirational presenters. And so, sorry, if you could click on the snap of the event pack.
Oh, sorry, on here?
The snap of the event pack, the picture of the event pack on the left.
Is that showing for you now?
No.
I don't think it's going to come up, I'm afraid. Sorry about that.
Okay, so if you haven't received this event pack, please let us know and we'll send it to you. And once you're at this event pack, you will be able to see all the agenda, all the resource link. So basically, on that day, everything you need will be on our landing page. You will get access to the videos of the assembly, the expert talk, the Q&A, and also the introduction to the creative session. And also for taking part in the live Q&A, that link will take you to our YouTube channel. So if you want your students to have an opportunity to ask questions to our expert, then you'll need to have a YouTube account in hand. But don't worry, you will get all these links on our landing page, and the link is in your event tag. So you shouldn't miss out. And also, so yeah, so we can have a look together at this poster, which is basically a timetable for that day. So we'll start it together in the morning with an assembly from our youth advocate, and also followed by litter picking activity. And then we'll meet the expert, Inka Creswell, who is a marine biologist and also a wildlife filmmaker. I'll introduce more about her later. And then we'll have a live Q&A with her. And then it will be followed by a plastic audit in your school. And then so in the afternoon, we'll have this creative competition where you'll be able to share your ideas and display it in a creative way. And you can also enter into a competition where you will have a chance to win amazing prizes. So that's basically like an overview of the day. But I know like this timetable is set in the UK time zone, but I know that we have amazing schools joining us from all over the world. So don't worry if this couldn't match your time zone. And even like, don't worry if you couldn't join on that day, because we'll make all the resources available online. And also you can organize the activities at your own pace. But the only thing to be mindful is that if you want to participate in the live Q&A, then please be with us at the scheduled time so that your students can have a chance to ask questions. But if this couldn't work, we will also record that session and make it available online later. So we can go to next slide.
No problem. Just to say for our Greek teachers that have joined us, you will have an expert session from Helmepa. So that will be delivered in Greek to your students as well. I know we do have one Greek international school who have a few students that don't speak Greek actually with them on the day. So if you joined us today, you will be able to access both the UK and the Greek resources. So you should be able to have something for everyone.
So, right, and yeah, maybe another click, Sarah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, great. So you might be wondering what a piece of evidence would look like, because at the end of our day of action, you should have already finished 4 tasks in our Plastic Clever Schools program and should be able to have 4 pieces of evidence in hand to submit on our website. So here are just some examples of what pieces of evidence could look like. So for example, the first picture is an assembly, like at a school that students watching the assembly together. And second picture is a litter picking activity. And third picture is school audit they conducted. So basically you just use, like, we'll provide our tools, so you'll get access to it online and to fill in the forms, following the instructions, and then have something like this in hand as your result. So yeah, and also we always like encourage your creativity in terms of, submitting your evidence. So it could be in any forms. And also if you don't want your students faces to show up in the pictures. It doesn't matter. You can just take a picture of them watching the assembly from their back, just like the first picture. And for the litter picking activity, for example, you can take pictures of bags of litter they collect instead of a picture of the students, for example. So don't worry, and it's totally up to you. And we always encourage your creativity. And
just on the audit form as well, just to give a little bit more information on the audit, because it might look a bit overwhelming seeing all those graphs and charts there. We have an audit tool that we've created that is available to use. The link will be in the workbooks. It's in English and it's in Greek. And that tool is basically a survey that you and your students can fill out together, and it's divided into sections. So there's a different section for different parts of the school. We appreciate that on the day you may not necessarily have time to do the entire audit. So if you want to select just one area of the school to work on that day, that's absolutely fine. And when you respond to that survey, the tool will automatically produce these lovely visual graphs and charts. So it makes it really easy for your students to see which types of plastic they might want to prioritize in terms of tackling that plastic problem.
Yeah, exactly.
And welcome to who's just joined us. So there's a couple of people just come in from the waiting room there as well. So welcome to you.
Oh, great. Okay, so just one thing to add is, it's okay. Yeah, just one thing to add is that when you submit your evidence on our website, you can also choose it to be public or not. So if you make it like private, then only our backstage system can see it. So it's totally up to you, and don't worry about the privacy issues. And so let's meet our speakers. So we have Inka Creswell as our expert. She's an amazing wildlife filmmaker and also a marine biologist. She's also a passionate ocean advocate. So she'll be presenting a talk to all the participating schools, all the students, and that will be followed by a live Q&A where the students will have an opportunity to ask her questions. And we have Inaya, who is a climate activist, deputy member of Youth Parliament for Redbridge Council, and chef voice officer for Kids Against Plastic. And she will be the youth advocate with us and will be presenting an assembly for all the participating schools and students. And we have Amy Mee, who is one of the founders of Kids Against Plastic.
Between 9 and 4:30. If you'd like to talk to...
Sorry, everything good?
I think it was someone's background noise. I've just muted it. If it was if somebody was trying to ask a question, then please do.
Okay, yeah, and Amy will also be joining us and presenting at the assembly, and also to introducing the creative session, the challenge to everybody. And you can go to next slide. So yeah, here are our Beacon schools. So we have 3 countries: United Kingdom, Barbados, and Greece as our partnering countries and kind of beacon countries. And we have a beacon school from each of these countries where my colleagues and I will be on site with the schools and students, and you hopefully in the coming week you will be able to see what's happening there through our social media accounts. And if you haven't followed us on Instagram, please do so. Please just search Plastic Cloud Schools. We can go to next slide. So here's just a few things that you can do before that day if you want to get prepared. Sorry. So I assume that you should have already registered on Eventbrite, and also received your event pack. And so you can download your event pack via email. Sorry. And if you haven't received it already, please let us know. And after, sorry. Well, no water in my cup.
Oh no.
Okay, hold on. So after you've done with that, you can create your school profile on our school's website. So it will look like this picture. So you'll have some information to fill in, and some are required, some are not. So don't worry if you don't have the number with the URN number, for example. And also probably you would want to prepare some tools for litter picking, and also some photography or filming equipment, just to record the memorable moments. So that's totally up to you. Okay. I made it. And this is basically the end of this webinar. And then we'll have around 15 minutes of Q&A where you can ask us any questions you have. So yeah, and here comes our contact information that you can drop us an email if you need it.
Thanks very much, Joey. Does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask at this point? I'm sure any questions would be helpful for everybody as well.
Sorry, Sarah. It's just Mark here. Sorry, I put my camera on. The event pack. Hi there. You okay? Thank you very much, Joey, for the presentation. The event pack, has that already been? I've signed up for this for the school, but I haven't received the event pack. Will that come out this week?
When did you sign up?
Last week. Oh,
you should have received it. So I will have a look at why that's not reached you, but it should be coming. It should follow fairly shortly after you register. So I will look into that. What school are you from, Mark?
St Mary's in Swinton, in Manchester.
I will get one over to you straight after.
Brilliant. Thanks, Sarah.
Apologies for that.
Oh, no.
Also, if anyone else has any issues, can't find where they've saved it, anything like that, from Wednesday, hopefully, they will be downloadable from that main landing page on our website as well. So if you can't find it for any reason, you'll be able to find it there from Wednesday, but I will get that sent over to you, Mark. Any other questions? If anyone's not keen to speak up, feel free to pop them in the chat. That's no problem at all. Seems like we've done a great job of explaining what's happening, which is awesome. All right, well, I'll give it just a couple more minutes for anyone to ask any other questions or add anything else to the chat. But yes, if you've registered today, you may not have received your event pack. It will be following soon. If you've registered before today, you should have received it. So please, if you haven't, feel free to drop your email to me. My email's on there, and I will get that over to you immediately. So that's all ready to go. We do have a separate event pack for Greek schools, which is in Greek, and also provides the information to all of our Greek experts. So all of that's in there and has the correct timings for your time zone as well, so you know exactly when everything's happening. I know for Greek schools, I know we've got a few Greek teachers signed in today. I know Friday is actually not a good day for you because you are now no longer open. However, it's fine because we will also be doing a live Q&A the following week for you, so you will still get that opportunity. And all of that information will be coming to you as well. So we've got a Greek team member on the ground in Greece and in Barbados, and she will be following up to your registrations with the event pack and extra information around that sort of change in timing, given your schools now being closed.
We have a question in the chat from Luis. We have the whole school joining. Do they all use the same login details in each classroom? So for our Plastic Club at Schools website, when you register as a school. So one school only needs one account, but you can gather all the evidence pieces and submit. I'm assuming that probably like one coordinator, like one teacher could be the coordinator to collect all the pieces and then submit together through that one account. So yeah. So like you don't need multiple accounts. One school will only need one account, like one profile. I hope this answers your question.
Great. All right, now there are a couple of questions in Greek, and I'm afraid our Greek colleague wasn't able to join us at this time, so I don't know what they say. I'm really sorry about that. But if you do have any questions, then I'll pop Marina's email in here. And you can contact Marina, who is our Greek education officer, so she will be able to respond to any questions that you have. So let's put that in there. There we go. And Marina did host a live Q&A last week, so she hopefully will have a recording of that she can share for more Greek specific questions as well. So can the assembly be accessed from different locations on the one account? So the assembly will all of the resources for the day are going to be accessed from one page. So there'll be a link in the event pack. You follow that link and it will take you to our event day page. There will be a page for the UK, a page for Greece and a page for Barbados, purely because the timings are slightly different. So depending on where you're joining from, feel free to choose whichever timings work better for you. However, after those live timings, all of the resources will be available for you to access at any time. So feel free to sort of play around with what timings work for you. And that link will take you to the main landing page. Everything you need will be there. And at the top, there'll be a little button for you to click on to take you to the other country pages. So it should all be really clear. And that page will be live from Wednesday. Yes, so I've just seen a message from Noreen. Absolutely. So this event is taking place on Friday, but following the event, the resources will all be available online for you to use at your leisure. Go back to, refer to again at another time, pick up as you see fit with your school. It's wonderful to be able to be part of things all at the same day. It just gives a bit of excitement, but actually when you share your evidence of taking part, you'll be adding that to this great community of work that's been produced. So there'll still be really lovely ways to demonstrate how you've been part of that global network of action. So please do join in at any time that works for you, but hopefully we'll see lots of you on Friday. Especially Adam from West Rings, because you can't get out of it. Okay. Any last questions before we let you all go home? All right, well, if anyone does think of any other questions, please drop us an email. We're really happy to help answer anything more specific to your school. So please let us know. And we really look forward to seeing you on Friday or whenever you can take part after that. Lovely. Thank you so much. Lovely to see you all. And see you all again soon.
Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the day. Bye.